What is up, everybody? Josh here again, and today we're going to be showing you how to get to the Ashlands. Let's get into it, shall we? So, before you can get to the Ashlands, you're going to need a few things. You're going to need to be able to get to the Mistlands and get mats from the Mistlands. You're going to need to kill the Queen of the Mistlands as well, and then get some of these parts right here, and these are called Majestic Carapace. And you're going to need this to craft some items to get you to Ashlands. In addition to the carapace, you're going to also need the marble, and you're going to need a decent amount of marble to make some ceramic plates in the artisan table, and you'll also need this artisan table as well. Of course, you get the artisan table through boss progression. It requires 10 wood and 2 dragon tears. You're also going to need this artisan press, which is where the majestic carapace comes into play, 5 bronze and 5 marble. That will make you an artisan press. Once you have this artisan press down, you can now craft these plates, and that will unlock some more recipes for you. And one of those recipes being this beautiful thing. It is the new boat that has been added in the Ashlands. This is required to get to the Ashlands. We'll show you why. And this ship is the Drakkar, and it requires 100 iron nails, 30 ceramic plate, 50 fine wood, 25 Yggdrasil wood, and a workshop bench to craft. It is crafted with the hammer. So this is what you're going to need to make. So make this boat. And once you make this boat is going to be the only boat that you can actually take into the Ashlands. The reason is because it's reinforced with those ceramic plates, and the Ashlands water is on fire. Basically, it's hot. It's so hot that it will burn the other boats into oblivion if you were to try to bring them to the Ashlands. So this is the only boat that you may bring to the Ashlands. So for being real, as far as what you should bring to the Ashlands, I'm going to highly suggest these mats right here, and I'm going to explain the reason why. You're going to want to bring metals, and the reason why you bring metals to the Ashlands is because you're going to want to probably set up a furnace or something over there to smelt full metal and other materials like that until you get the new portals. This right here, we're going to show you how to make this here shortly, but this is a shield core. You probably at least want one of those for all the fire barrages that you get hit by. And you also want probably like a bunch of marble stone, and that is just to make you a kind of a forwarding base whenever you hit the Ashlands. You're also going to want some fine wood and some circling cores for your furnaces and for portals. You also want to set up a portal here at your main base probably, and then set one up over at the Ashlands so you can get back easily if you were to die, because you probably will. Everything else here, we pretty much, you need some bronze, you need some copper, you need some coal for the forge, some wood for the bench, and of course some great R5s for the portal. You really just need to bring all the foods, and you need health foods. You probably want to bring a ranged weapon or something to kill sea serpents with, and something similar to that, and also plenty of enough arrows, because trust me, you're going to need it. And as mentioned, I'd probably set up just like a portal and name it whatever you want to name it. Just remember what you named it so you can tag it with the other portal in the Ashlands when you get there. Now, we were talking about the shield core. The shield core does require 1 black core, 1 circling core, and 5 ceramic plates. You can make you 1 or 2 shield cores. I haven't really seen the purpose for more than maybe 2 because they're pretty decent size, but you definitely probably want to bring at least 1 of these shield cores, or just craft it when you get the portal. So you're off sailing, and well, you know where you're sailing to? This is where everything's going to kind of vary. On most maps down here in the very bottom is where you're going to find the Ashland. It's going to be right before the edge of the world. You do not want to sail off the world, of course. You know, be very, very careful not to do that. But you kind of want to sail towards, I would probably just sail towards the bottom middle of the map, like maybe right there, for example. Ashlands is going to be in the bottom locations of the map. See, we got a few markers here. These are Ashlands as well. So the Ashlands are down south. So you need to sail all the way down south. Now, one of the very first telltale signs that you're getting close to the Ashlands is, well, the water will start turning red, and you'll also start seeing these little spikes all the way around the Ashlands. And when you start getting close to the continent, you'll see kind of like a rough waters icon or part of the ocean right here. That means that that's all spikes. There's also very bad things like that right there, and that is a bone maul. And bone mauls are pretty much the new sea serpent. You'll need to kill them off with ranged attacks. And you probably don't want to be in the water with them at all, that's for sure. Also, the water here is on fire or can spoil you in a matter of seconds, so you need to be very careful with the water here. There are two more hazards you're gonna have to worry about. One is destroying your boat, and you can probably do that if you're not very careful. You do have to traverse these spikes, and it is hard, but take your time and do your best to go in between the spikes. If you see like a larger gap like this right here, try to go this way. You can also have motor and change the direction of the wind. Slow down, try not to destroy your boat, and try to hit land. Just to let you know, there's also one other creature you need to worry about, and that is the vultures. And you can see one kind of flying over there. They like to fly around in this area quite a bit, actually. And sometimes you'll get them. They're pretty easy to deal with if you got like a melee weapon. You just sit there and smack them a few times, and usually they'll die. If you get in a bad situation out here, you can actually place a crafting bench on kind of on the edges of these little spirals here. As you can see here, you can place a bench here, and then you can repair your boat if you need to, if your boat needs repairs. Now you can be in this water for a little bit of time, but you don't want to be in it for too long. Too long, you will die. And it looks like we may have finally made it to the shore. One of my favorite things to do is to go ahead and set up a portal and get you a forwarding base going on whenever you first get to a location. You can set up in one of these pre-built structures if you want. One of my favorite things to do is just place it on a workbench, and then I'm going to take the hoe and I'm going to try to raise the ground up and make a pretty much invincible base wall here. So I'm going to get on top of this, and I am just going to basically make this as high as it'll possibly go. And then what I'm going to do after that is I'm going to go ahead and make some more walls from it. Now you can either kind of do this and then just fill it in, or you could try to get to the bottom of it like that, raise it up. And sometimes you can do this. And we're just going to make a very nice, safe place for us to put a portal down. And now that we got a semi-built wall kind of around, they will come around that and still come around here. I would do a wall around 360 just like that, probably. But we got a portal up here. Now we can bring back more mats. We can bring back more stone. We can bring back marble. And we can set up our base. And here we are. We're in the Ashlands. We got a portal set up. We're good to go. You can swim back to your boat, or you can make you a little dock to your boat if you wanted to, and raise the dirt. That's why bringing so much stone is really valuable. You can make you a little land bridge here if you wanted to. And you can even extend your base, and maybe if you have enough stone to raise it up, you can actually make you a base out here in the water if you wanted to. Stuff will probably pretty much leave you alone. And we have our boat here just kind of nestled in there, and we're good to go. We got a little forwarding base. So we're going to show you how long you last in the water. So when you're swimming in this water, you'll start noticing that you see the little mists or fogs coming out from you. That means that you're hot and that you're boiling up. And you'll see it gets more and more progressively worse. And what will happen is eventually you will burn up. You'll notice that your HP will start going down, and you'll die from it. It does take quite a long time to do, though. There's our HP going down, and then we're going to die from this. So you can die from the water here in Ashland, so be very, very careful with that. But since we get that portal, we can come back and get our stuff quite easily. So you can last in the water for a little while, but not too long. You want to be careful and try to limit the amount of time you spend in the water in the Ashlands for sure. Some other real quick pointers for you before we go. I'm gonna bring some fire resist barley wine, so make that fire resist mead. And you also want to bring potions for sure, at least a mist walker or an item like this. The Frostner is a really good starter weapon, stunning the enemies and letting you take care of them whenever you first get to the Ashlands. Of course, blocking with the shield is definitely a great way too. You can also use the Mistweaver, and that will do the spirit damage as well. And these are skellies, so anything that does spirit damage will help you out quite a bit. You can build up. You also can build these shield generators. These are valuable because you have bombardments all the time, like fire bombardments, and you'll see little fire streaks falling from the sky. They can damage your base and all that. If you have these shield generators, though, which you add bones to, you can add any kind of bone, really, charred bone or just regular bone. And those bones will sit there and protect you against those bombardments. They'll also protect you from any kind of projectile that is shot at you or your base. They will, however, not keep things out of your base. And yeah, that's the long and short of it. You should be in the Ashlands now and should be able to get you a little bit of a foothold to start going out and adventuring and being very careful. If you want to see some more guide videos about Valheim's Ashlands, we have some of them on our channel. Check those out. Don't forget, if you like what you see, to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And hopefully, we'll see you next time. Peace.